We're
There
live.
we go.
Sorry about that. We started right at 6:30. It kept circling and circling, going live, going live, going live. I refreshed, then went go live, and we're on.
We're finally here.
So,
Welcome.
welcome.
We haven't seen you guys in a while, or you haven't seen us anyway. I don't know. It's
I
been a few
know
weeks.
January 1st was inventory and everybody was on, so we didn't have one. Then the next week, I'm the one that was sick. So we didn't have one last week, so we are way behind. But let's talk about our UFO since we are 2 weeks late. Okay, here's mine.
And there's mine.
Okay, so are you ready for the draw?
Sure. Let's see what we get to work on the remainder of this month.
Hopefully it's not a big thing. Number 3. Oh.
Oh, it's a whole quilt.
I told you not to do it.
I know.
Mine is to finish the Stellar Translucence, which is back there, which is almost a whole quilt. So number 3. So get going on your number 3. I'll bring in whatever I have next week. And I hope you bring in whatever you, not next week, in the February show, the first February show. So we have a couple weeks.
I'm going to find the kit. I have it. It's kitted up. I picked the fabric. I picked the pattern. It's a Canuck Quilter design pattern. So it should go well.
It should go well. You'll probably get yours done.
So, all right.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on the rest of this month.
Fun.
Yeah, so what are some of our announcements that we have?
We have. We have our retreat coming up the end of February 26th.
20. Well,
sorry, 20. Well, early setup's the 26th. The retreat is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 27th through March 1st. We'll be sewing from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. those 3 days. 3 on Sunday. Sorry, I should read my thing.
Yep.
And we are having it at the Story City Community Center. And that's 503 Elm Street here in Story City. It's $175. You can sign up on our website or come into the store and see us. We can get you signed up that way.
Yep. So please, we need, our deadline on that is like the end of this month. And if we cannot get a minimum of 10 people, we will have to cancel. So if this is something you want to do and you think, oh, I'll just do it, I'll do it. Do it today. Do it by the end of this week, no later than the end of next week. Okay? So let's see you sign up. We are excited about having this.
Yeah.
We've got some door prizes. We've got games to hand out. There's a coupon. You get a coupon to come down to the shop and get a discount on all purchases that day. There's excluding a couple like Quilter Select and the sewing machines. But anyway, so please sign up. We really want to have this and we want to make sure it goes.
And if you haven't been to a retreat before and don't know what it's all about, come see us anyway. I went to my first one a couple years ago. I'd never been to one. It was a lot of fun. And I don't consider myself an expert by any means, but there was a lot of cool things going on. There was a group of ladies at the one I went to that were doing embroidery with their machines. So, that was interesting to go watch. The one I went to, the Des Moines Area Quilters Guild had one going on at the same location, different room. And so we stopped over and wandered through their room and talked to some of them. They stopped in when they broke for supper or lunch, came to visit us. It's just a cool event. So
it is. And we are providing both the suppers for both Friday night and Saturday night. You're in charge of your own breakfast and lunch, whatever, or there will be, and we ask that everybody bring treats to share or stuff to share, snacks, whatever. And so there's food is never an issue
Yeah.
at quilting retreats. So there'll be plenty to eat. Okay, we got some other activities going on.
One other one is the I-80 Quilt Shoppers One-Stop Shopping Spree at the Gathering Barn in Williamsburg. That one is President's Day weekend, so Sunday, February 15th and Monday, February 16th. 10 to 5 on Sunday, 10 to 4 on Monday. And there are 17 vendors, Rainbow and Calico Things, Cotton Mill Creek, Stitch and Stow Cottage, Tilly's, Seams to Me, The Back Stitch, Fort Mills Quilt Shop, It's So Tempting, and our sister store, Iowa Falls Sewing.
I don't think Iowa Falls is going to be there.
Well, we're taking machines, so
We're taking
up their spot.
Yeah.
Clover Cottage, Fern Hill and Frond Designs, Quilter's Paradise, Quilter's Garden, The Quilted Strawberry, Heartland Cottons, Permanent Style, and Noltine Long Arm Quilter.
Okay.
Iowa Falls actually will be there.
Well, they will be
They
there.
will be there. They will have some merchandise there.
Okay, we have got a confirmation Iowa Falls will be there with some merchandise.
All right.
So, okay. Well, you know, you never know. You don't always get the right information. Okay, this year we are going to try doing a block of the month. I'm not sure if this will show up very well, but it's the bouquet of hydrangeas. Block of the month. It hasn't started yet. We'll keep you posted. Let me see if I can get this close. Can you see? Oh, yeah, not too bad. Let me straighten it out. But that's the pattern. We will be doing, for each month, we will demo how to do the block for that month here on this show. So you won't have to come in for a class. You just can watch it here. If you want, if you have some questions and you want to see how we do it, it'll be demoed here. All you have to do is come in, pick up your block of the month and take it home. Or if you can't get in here, we will mail it to you. So that's something that's coming up, something we're trying.
About that.
I am too.
And last week we got our new country register for January and February. It's a nice wintry scene, got a cardinal on the front, cool red truck.
Yep.
And we've got a nice ad in there. Let's see that.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's in there. But there's several recipes. There's a cheeseburger soup in here, and that might be one of the ones that we serve at the retreat. I looked at that and went, oh, that sounds really good. That might be an option. But yeah, there's hot crab dip. I know there were several others. This was the only page I pulled out.
So anyway, that's in. Of course, we have several past months. So if you didn't get one or you want to pick up another one, we have quite a few months here. So that will be there. Okay, so we've gotten fabric in.
We did.
A lot of fabric. Okay, so let's go. Let's show them the fabric
You do
then.
the fabric or the panel?
We'll do the panel
Okay.
afterwards.
So this is all basically the same design, same line, just different colors. So this is a cool grays, not quite black and white. We've got a black with a little bit of gray in it. A pretty, I think that one's plum. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah,
Purples,
it's
yeah.
more purple and pinkish, at least to my eyes, than
Yeah.
it is on my computer screen.
Then we've got a dark green. We've got a lemony yellow. Look at that. That one's a nice bright one.
Except that those aside.
And then we've got a pinky colored one.
Yep.
I'll go here.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you think it'll go with
Yep.
the backs.
A dark blue. A teal blue.
Mm-hmm.
Green. A lime green.
Wow, look at all these. And the colors are just really
I'm going to have to get some of that one. a ruby red. It looks
It-
rust on the screen, but it is a ruby red.
Very ruby red, yes.
An orange.
Yeah, that's closer to color.
Yeah. And then a light gray and white.
Yep. It's more of a just different varies
Yeah.
of grays. Okay, so we've kind of made two piles of those. That is one line, but we wanted to show you this panel. Like, can you see it okay? I hope. This is a totally different line. Isn't it? I mean, and it was printed in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So it does have that kind of Mideastern feel to it. But look at those vibrant colors. Well, we noticed that the pattern, the fabric we just showed you goes well with that. So let's put some of those up there and show how they might go.
So you've got.
Look at that.
Pinks in here to go that match the ruby reds, and pinks in this one.
A lot of orange in here that goes with this one.
There's that one.
Look at this teal. Oh man, it just pulled. Look at it, how that pulls that out. It's just, we were shocked. We were amazed and really happy. And the pinks. So
yeah, there's a lot of cool combinations. And then the yellow, of course, there's all kinds of bright yellow, sunshiny in there.
So two lines of fabric came in and they go great together. So it's something, it just came in. Some of the fabric came in earlier, some came in today. This panel came in today, and it's like, oh, these are great. How are we going to use them? So how to put them together, we haven't decided yet. But
I was just thinking just a simple border, and I might even just do the panel without any border. I don't know.
And do a wall hanging. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy those. We do have a comment that says, cheeseburger soup is good. Okay, sounds like we got some choice there. So one of the things we're going to show tonight is the stripology. Let's show that pattern.
Okay. So I've done several quilt tops. They're all in the front window if you want to stop by and see them. I'm not going to go pull them down. But I wandered around the shop to see what other patterns we had several copies of, so that if I made a sample and somebody wanted to come in, we had patterns to sell. This was a Heartland Heritage. It was a Block of the Month project by Inspiring Stitches. There are, I think it was 11 different blocks, and there's between 3 and 5 each of each one, just random ones. I shopped my stash for all of the color, and everything but the sewing machines in there came out of my Ziploc bags of scrappy scraps.
Wow.
The sewing machines needed a little bit bigger pieces, so I did hit my fat quarter or quarter of a yard stash area for those. And most of the fabric I have bought here in the shop over the years. So when I finish this one, I think it's just going to hang on the wall in here and just be kind of an homage to all of the fabrics the shop has had over the years.
So you'll get to, you'll get to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is that all the things we had?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. If you're watching us, but you're not getting our newsletter and our emails, please give us a call here at the shop and give whoever answers your name and your email address. If you've updated your email in the last 6 years, let us know, because I'm going through the database right now and making sure that everybody that's got an email gets our newsletters and our updates about classes and that kind of stuff. And I've got several that are, get bounced back because they aren't correct. So.
And I think if you get them and you may be asked to, yes, you want to get them.
Yeah.
So if you want to get them, click that you want to receive them so that it goes through. I mean, we don't send out a lot.
Nope.
We send out the newsletter. That's once a month.
Yep.
And then weekly, we send out reminding you that we are on It's So Live on Thursday. If there's a store closing for weather or for some other weird reason, that would go out on email. So we're not going to overwhelm your email with stuff.
Yeah.
So check it out. We do have fabric on sale, $8 a yard. Minimum cut is 1 yard. It's a lot of fabric, lots of choices there. So Marty Michelle is also 25% off for this month only. The fabric is go longer, but the Marty Michelle is just this month. So come in and check those out.
And I actually used one of my Marty Michelle rulers when I was working on my sampler.
Oh,
Scrappy
yeah.
sampler. I'm like, I need a 5.5-inch square. Not that ruler, not that ruler, not that ruler. Oh, hey, looky there. And it's got a 45-degree line on it. That made it even better.
Right.
So,
Okay, so we'll slide that fabric over.
Okay.
And then we're probably going to have to roll things down a little bit. But we're talking about Stripology. Now, I cannot spell. I'm not sure I can pronounce her name correctly. But it's GE Designs,
yes.
which are her initials. So anyway, this is Stripology 3, Mixology, last call. This one is Mixology or Stripology Mixology 2. There are some that are just Stripology,
Yep.
and then there's a book on how to use your Stripology ruler. So the one I'm going to be working out of is Stripology Mixology. And I'm going to show you how two things you can do with it. So one is the is that the Stella cut. So we'll show you what it looks like. This is just one. Look at it. And this was done with the Stripology ruler.
Yep. Not a template, not, yeah.
So how do you do that? Well, in the Stripology Mixology, actually, there's a Stella, and it talks about it. And I already cut out a 10-inch block, like it said. Gotta make sure. And we're gonna have to lower the camera. Okay.
Are we good there?
Let's get down a little lower. Yeah, I think that should be pretty good. I have marked on here already, and I'm using these arrows, which these little stickers. They're called G-Easy. These are absolutely fantastic. You can use them on Stripology. You can use them on your other rulers. What you do is you take that little arrow, points. Oh, I've got one up here you can see, to where that's the one I'm cutting on. Okay, so, well, not actually, I'm cutting on 6, but it's marking my points. So I want 1 point there. This is the 0 line here. So I've put 1 point on that 0 line. The other one doesn't seem to fit. Not according to the picture. I haven't tried this, but okay. 5.5. So there's my 5.5. And the 0. Is this right? No, I'm sorry. I'm doing it the wrong way.
Okay. I had to look this up. I don't remember.
I have not tried. I've used it for many other things, but not this. So forgive me. So I got it there. Then, yes. So I'm putting most of it there. This is right. Sorry, people. I should know how, I should practice this before I do it. Okay, so I've got 1 point on the 0. The other point is at 5.5. Okay? So that's how you do it. The instructions then say to cut on the 6.
On the 6.
So I've got an angle here. So and I've marked it. Well, that's something different. So usually you can use the 45. Get it down there. Blade. A 60 works better. So, okay, I've cut through it.
Yay.
Here's sharp blade. There it is. Now I would to make that I would need to do a light too. But see, there's that piece. The piece goes there. I'm just going to put these in different places.
Okay.
This piece would go there. Pretty simple,
Yeah.
isn't it? Just have to make sure you get the right, get it done. And there's a picture.
Yeah, there's a picture. The instructions are good.
They're very good.
So
another thing that you can do is cut strips. Yeah. And I've used it mostly for that. Where's my fabric? The green. Okay. I'll show that later. Okay, this I'm needing a border for a project that I'm going to be working on. So the thing when you do this is you got to get it. You need to fold it because it's too wide for the ruler. So I've reduced it. Here's this is probably the hardest part is getting it folded. So it's nice the way you want it. Now my edge here is not even. I don't know if you can kind of see that it's not even there. Well, make sure my top is even. That's the important part. The fold, the fold and the selvage is even. So here's this. This is 0. This is my marking point. And then I'm going to cut at 5.5 and at 2. So I'm going to make 2 cuts. If I had the longer one, I could do more. But on this one, I can do it. So I'm going to line this dark line where this red arrow is. I'm going to put that over far enough that when I guess I could probably use the white line there too. Either one. I'm going to put it over far enough so that I catch all of my edges there that are not even. Hopefully I can. This one is always my hardest because I'm right-handed. And I'm cutting at a different angle. So put your hand on it. And this is where, and there's a little kind of a teardrop at the end. So you kind of want to, since it's so thick and you need a sharp blade, go a little bit forward, come back, and then.
oh, that is not cutting at all.
It's not cutting at all. It's my blade. Anyway, should have checked the blade. So I'm kind of almost afraid to do the next one if I'm not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So anyway, then I would cut. I would do the same thing here, cut there, and then here. So now I have 2 strips that are 5.5 inches. So we'll see. It didn't quite cut through, so I have a dull blade, and that was my problem. So Anyway, that's how you use it. Um, I since I was going to do such a I wanted 5.5. I wanted to demo that, but you can also do your binding this way and everything. But make sure you have a fresh blade.
Yep.
Now this is the shop blade, and I'm cutting through quite a few layers of fabric, and I need a
Didn't
new
quite
one.
get there.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I use that. I've got one of these at home, and I use it almost always to cut my binding.
yeah.
And my head will go out, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, and just down the ruler, and then I pick it up and I move it over and cut whatever else I need.
Right. So you've seen how it's used, and because that was so thick, and my blade was too dull, I couldn't get through it. But that's the square. The one I was using was the square. So this is the shop square. So it is. These are expensive. This is I need a new label. 63.
49.
Not 49 for that one. And this one is 78.99. So yes, they are very expensive, but they are very, very versatile. So you could saw how I cut an angle. You could see how you could cut strips. This one I like because I could have done a lot more than just the one with the square. So that's how you do it. This was also out of this book here, Stripology Mixology, page something. I had them all in my head, but it's called Forest Trees. So I showed you Stella. Now, Tree Forest, maybe it's called. There. So this one, it's on page 30. So this is called Tree Forest, and I made this kind of a Christmas theme.
Got it? Oh, that's
Got
a big
it.
one.
It is a big one. Very easy. I use the Stripology on all of it.
Nice. That makes quick cutting.
It does make quick cutting. And, so, you cut here wider, and then these were all different things. And then once I cut a strip, then I took the ruler, and I'm just going to use a smaller one. Oh, and so I needed 2-inch. So then I reused my ruler. I cut, and then I needed a 5-inch. So then I went up to whatever, and then on and on. So I have my strip laid out on this, going this way.
Yep.
And I could do several at one time.
Yeah.
I could line several strips up and go, boom, 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 boom.
That makes it a whole lot
It
faster
makes
to
it a
cut.
lot faster. So that is a Stripology ruler. I like mine.
I use mine all the time. It stays on the table to my holder.
Yep. And I apologize that the blade, I didn't change the blade. It had been sharp on everything else I was doing. And I used the 45, but really the 60 millimeter works so much better because it's got a bigger blade. And as you can see, I'm going between plastic there.
Yeah.
And so the 45, the blade, just not quite, you can do it.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as easy, and you got to hold up a little bit more than you would on this one. The small 28 millimeter will not work. So you can use a 45, 60 is better.
Yeah, especially if you've got several layers of 60s.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the shop doesn't have its own 60, and no way I'm not going to open up a new box just for that.
Yeah.
So I hope that you found that educational, and I hope that you continue to watch us as we do different demos. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week, but
it'll be a surprise. You'll have to tune in and find out.
That's right. I had decided some time ago, I had hoped to show you Stripology last week, but it just was not a good day for me. So, but I'm doing much better now and feeling good. So
good.
Okay. Do you have anything to say?
I think that's it. I think we covered everything I had laying here.
Good. Well, just looking for my.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, one good.
We have a binding class coming up in February, the 7th or the 11th. That's a weekday and then a Saturday. It's at 1 o'clock. I think it's like scheduled for 2 hours.
I think so.
It's $25 for the class. It's Miss Pat is giving the class and teaching the class, so she's got several different ways to do your binding. And I used to, I hate to say hate, but I used to hate putting binding on a quilt.
I didn't like doing bindings either.
And I took her class, and she told us several different ways to do it. And I took one from that, and I don't hate binding anymore.
No, no. I can do all the parts around, but getting those two binding pieces together. Now, how do I do that? Do I do it this way? Do it this way?
Yes.
Yes. She's got a Kissing Dolphins.
Yes.
That works really great. So.
Yeah, that works. And, and I should be excited. You should be excited for the binding, because that means your quilt is done.
Yay! Yes.
You can start another one.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't dislike binding anymore. It's not my favorite part of quilting, but I don't dread it. So come take the class if you haven't.
And stop in, see our fabric. We show it to you on YouTube, and the vibrance of this, especially this new fabric, just doesn't show up on the computers.
And we've got others in that we didn't show tonight because we had so much of this stuff. But we've got stuff scheduled to come in every month. I don't know what time frame in each month, so should be exciting.
So so join us next Thursday, 6:30 on this website. Make sure that if this is your first time, make sure that you subscribe or follow, whatever it says, and hit the button that's the little thumbs up.
Yeah.
If you like our show, please hit that, because it really helps get the word out. And let your friends know about us. And if they haven't stopped in, we're a pretty friendly group. And really, please register for our quilt retreat.
Promise it'll be a lot of fun.
It will be.
It will be.
Okay, thank you. And let's see if I can do this with my finger. We'll see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.